Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. We can see that on the ETH chart, the price has actually reacted to that orange micro support zone that we talked about in the last few videos, and the market actually is following that micro, or you could even call it a nano pattern that I discussed with you in the last video. The support area remains relevant at this stage, but as I said in the last video, as long as we stay above this last swing low, which is marked with a wave 2 low, or actually rather yesterday's low, which is the larger degree wave 4 low, at around about $3,460. As long as we stay, basically above that level, this is the microstructure I would follow basically here in this fifth wave to the upside, which is labeled an ABC structure. Important to recognize that we are most likely dealing with an ending diagonal pattern overall here in this C wave to the upside in yellow, and therefore the subwaves 1 to 5 basically consist of corrective structures, which is also why the fifth wave is an ABC structure. And it looks as if, it's important to recognize that an A wave can be a 3-wave move or a 5-wave move. At the moment, it looks rather a little bit as if it's going to turn into a 5-wave pattern. So upside pressure still remains, and maybe that A wave, it's difficult to say where it's going to finish. I think the main takeaway is as long as we stay above yesterday's low, I'd really like to see the price get to my target of $3,818 plus. Once we have the A wave completed, I can give you a support region here for the micro wave B. And talking about resistances, this A wave still seems to be in development. It still seems to be pushing a little bit. And it might reach like 3,665 before it finishes. This is also where these swing highs from yesterday actually finished. The overshooting B wave that we had, actually it wasn't overshooting on the Ethereum chart. So those are the parameters I'm watching basically. Especially important, I think, yesterday's low. As long as that's holding, I will go ahead with this wave count, which would suggest that we are moving up in, a wave 5 basically. Of the wave C of a larger B wave in this ending diagonal pattern. I shared with you in previous updates also potential alternative scenarios. It is possible that this is, as highlighted in white, a WXY pattern, WXY. That's possible because of the deep pullback that we had here. It could be a B wave. Then in this case, we should see the market surge much higher than 3,818, actually more into the middle or medium, into the mid 4,000 region, maybe even the high 4,000 region. But either way, as long as we don't break below support, we should remain focused on higher. As I said in the last few days as well, yes, we are most likely in a corrective structure to the upside. And yes, I think it's time to be cautious, and maybe even partial profit taking might make sense for anybody who bought in the support region down here. But it's not yet time to be bearish. We don't want to get bearish and confirm that the C wave to the downside here is unfolding or has started to unfold until we have a break below micro support. So we have to be very patient. We just go with the trend, and the good news is, the higher the B wave goes that we're tracking here to the upside, the better for the overall bullish scenario for ETH, because I expect this to be a larger B wave. And as soon as the C wave to the downside starts, the higher the B wave, the higher the starting point of the C wave, the more or the higher the probabilities that actually the overall bullish structure that I'm tracking on the ETH chart remains valid. That's just a quick intraday update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.